Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with a topic corporate social responsibility, its meaning, arguments in favor, arguments against, CSR voluntary guidelines 2009 and provisions of CSR in Company Bill 2012. It is found in plus 3 second semester general elective paper. I request my viewers that my channel number is Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. If you will search this channel in Google, you will find more than 480 videos in this channel relating to plus 2 first year political science to plus 2 second year political science, plus 3 first semester political honors to plus 3 sixth semester political honors, some videos of environmental studies of plus 3 first semester, and some videos of ethics and values paper of plus 3 second semester, and some videos of general elective paper of plus 3 second semester. I request my viewers that if you have subscribed my channel, it is all right. New videos will be with you. And those your friends who are in above classes, aware them about this channel, so some students will be benefited. Remember, not to hesitate to give help to anybody. It is a great humanitarian activity. And again, I want to inform my viewers that any video you want, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal and the name of the topic in YouTube. You'll get both the Odia video and English video. If you get Odia video, be sure that its English version is in YouTube. If you get English video, be sure that its Odia version is also available. Let us start. What is corporate social responsibility? With the change of time, new concepts are coming up. Corporate social responsibility is a concept which has been originated in 1953 when American economist Howard Rothman Bowen used it in his book Social Responsibility of the Businessman. It is also known as corporate ethics, corporate responsibility, corporate citizenship, sustainability, triple E bottom line like economical, ethical, environmental, etc. So what is corporate social responsibility? With the change of time, new concepts are coming up. And corporate social responsibility is a new concept. It has been originated in 1953 when American economist Howard Rothman Bowen in his book Social Responsibility of Businessmen mentioned CSR in his book. It is also known as corporate ethics, corporate responsibility, corporate citizenship, sustainability, triple E bottom line like economical, ethical and environmental, etc. So, with the change of time, corporate social responsibility has come up. In 1953, it has been originated when American economist Howard Rothman Bowen used the word CSR in his book Social Responsibility of Businessmen. Now discuss what is corporate social responsibility. CSR or corporate social responsibility means whenever in any area a corporation or business enterprise will be established, it will affect local people, its environment and other factors of locality. So, to compensate those losses, it is the responsibility of the corporation to give back losses to local area and its people environmentally ethically, economically and philanthropically. So corporate social responsibility means whenever in any locality a corporation or business enterprise will be established, definitely it will affect local people, local environment and many factors of the locality. So in return, the corporation who is established should give something to the locality to compensate. It is known as corporate social responsibility. And the corporation has here 4 responsibilities to compensate the local people. It has 4 responsibilities. Number 1, environmental responsibility means take steps to improve environment by planting trees, funding research, donations for research in a related field. So environmental responsibility means whenever a corporation will be established in a locality, it will affect local people, local environment and many factors of the locality. So whenever a corporation will be established, it will affect the local people. So the corporation has some responsibility to give the local people by which it will be compensated. And first one is environmental responsibility. Environmental responsibility means whenever a corporation will be established in a locality, it will affect the environment. So it is the environmental responsibility of the corporation to plant more trees, to take some steps for the preservation of environment, to give fund for the preservation of the environment, to give fund for research in a related field. Number 2, ethical responsibility means it must act in fair way towards its stakeholders like investors, customers, living wages to workers, suppliers, local people, not purchase anything from child labor. The corporation, when a corporation will be established in a locality, the corporation has some ethical responsibility. It means it must, in ethical responsibility, it is included that the corporation must give fair treatment to stakeholders. Means those who are associated with the corporation, like customers, employees, people affected by the project, investors, shareholders, and it should give living wages to the workers, and it should not purchase anything from illegal source or where child labor are engaged. Number 3, philanthropic responsibility. The corporation has some philanthropic responsibility. Philanthropic responsibility means dedicate a portion of its earning to charities, worth causes, or form its own charitable trust. Whenever a corporation will be established in a locality, the corporation will have to give a portion of its earning for charitable purposes, worth causes, or to give help to local people, or should form its own charitable trust. Then economic responsibility. Economic responsibility means to help local people in education, local charities, and have a transparent salary structure having no discrimination towards gender, race and caste. It has some economic responsibility means it has some economic responsibility. It includes to take some steps for the promotion of education of the local people. Then it should donate something for local charities. Then should have transparent salary structure having no discrimination on the ground of gender, race, caste. So we are clear about the corporate social responsibility. So corporate social responsibility means whenever in any area a corporation will be established or business enterprise will be established, definitely it will affect the locality. Environmentally, it will affect local people and many factors of locality. So the corporation will have to give something in return to the locality to compensate. It is known as corporate social responsibility. Now discuss arguments in favor of it. Some scholars have argued in favor of CSR activity. They argued that companies should carry out some development for the local area. So what are their arguments? By first argument, by CSR activities, corporation will generate or create better public image and goodwill. By some people are telling that by CSR activity, the corporation will generate a greater prestige and goodwill, greater public image and goodwill. By CSR activity, corporation will generate or create better public image and goodwill. Whenever a corporation will donate something for the local people, definitely it will have good public image and there will be goodwill for it. Number two, CSR activities will prevent public criticism to the corporation established in the area. Whenever a corporation will give donation to the local people or it will carry out some social development, definitely there will be no public criticism for that. People will support. Number three, by this, its employees and customer will feel proud to work. By this CSR activity, its customers, its employees will feel proud to work in that organization. Number four, by this activity, there will be public support for it. By this CSR activity, there will be public support for it. Finally, it is a moral responsibility of the corporation to perform this work because it is using so many resources like men, talent, expertise, etc. of the locality. Some scholars view that it is the moral responsibility of the corporation to carry out development of the locality because by the establishment of the corporation, the locality is affected. So it is the moral responsibility of the corporation to carry out something for the development of the locality. Then we'll discuss now arguments against CSR. Some scholars are arguing against CSR activity. What? Some critics view that by dedicating some yearning to CSR activity, it may lead to business failure. Some scholars view that whenever a corporation will give some yearning for the development of the local people, then there is every chance of the failure of the business. It may face shortage of funds. Number two, corporation lacks training and social skill to carry out social activity. Some scholars view that corporation do not have skill and training to carry out social activity. They will carry out social activity where they do not have any experience. Number three, social activity is the responsibility of the government, not corporation. Some scholars view that corporation should not carry out social development of the locality because social activity, social development is the responsibility of the government, not a corporation. Number four, it is contrary to basic function of business. The basic function of business is to make profit. So whenever a corporation will be involved in social development, it is contrary to the business practice. Number five, a company belongs to shareholders or investors. A company belongs to shareholders and investors. By using company earning to CSR is a loss to shareholders. A corporation is formed by shareholders and investors. Whenever a portion of the corporation will be given for social development of the locality, it will be loss to the shareholders. Finally, it prevents good functioning of business. By involving in CSR activity, it will prevent the good functioning of the business. So these are arguments against CSR activity. Now discuss CSR Voluntary Guideline 2009. The Ministry of Corporation Affairs, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs of India has prepared guidelines for CSR activities where following are core elements. So in 2009, some guidelines have been given to corporation for their CSR activities. And the core suggestions are care for all stakeholders. Means those who are involved with the corporation, respect should be given to them. Care for all stakeholders. The company should give respect to interest of all stakeholders, including shareholders, employees, customers, suppliers, project affected people, society at large. So the first advice is the guideline is that the corporation should care, should give importance to the interest of stakeholders, means those who are involved with the corporation, like investors, shareholders, employees, customers, and people affected by the project, and society at large. Number two, ethical functioning. They should not engage in business practice which is unfair and corrupt. The corporation should not be engaged in corrupt and unfair practice. Number three, respect to workers' right and welfare. The company should provide a hygienic working conditions and promote their skills and make no discrimination among workers. The company should not make discrimination among workers. It should promote skill of the workers. It should provide them a good hygienic conditions. It is known as the respect to workers' right and welfare. Now four, respect to human rights. Companies should protect human rights and treat workers as human. Company should give respect to human rights. It should treat workers humanly. Fifth, respect to environment. Company should not pollute environment. Adopt environmental friendly methods of production. The company should not affect the environment. It should adopt environmental friendly method for production. Finally, promote social and economic development of the area. Companies should promote development in the area, particularly in health, education, skill development of local people. The company should carry out social economic development of the area, because by the establishment of company, the area will be affected. So the company should carry out social and economic development of the area, including promotion in health, education, skill development of the local people, etc. Now discuss provision of CSR in Company Bill 2012. It is mentioned in the bill that a company having net worth of 500 crores or more, or turnover more than 1000 crore or more, or net profit 5 crore or more in a financial year will spend at least 2% of the average profit of 3 financial year in CSR activity. In the bill it is mentioned that a company worth of 500 crores or more, turnover more than 1000 crore or more, or net profit 5 crore or more, should dedicate at least 2% of its profit of the average of 3 financial year for CSR activity. So what activity will carry out? Eradication of poverty, hunger, promotion of education, promotion of gender equality and development of women. Fourth, reducing child mortality and maternal development, promotion of environment and contribution to any fund for development of backward people, etc. And it is also mentioned in the bill of 2012 that there must be a CSR committee consisting of 3 or more directors, including 1 independent director, having following functions. It is mentioned in the bill that there must be a CSR committee where there will be 3 or more directors, from which 1 must be independent director. Independent director means who has no relation with the company. And it is the function of this committee. The committee has following function. Number 1, formulate and recommend to the board CSR activity undertaken by. Formulate and recommend to the board CSR activities undertaken by. Number 2, mention amount to be incurred for this CSR activity. Number 3, monitor CSR activity. Number 4, it prepare the format for CSR policy and activities. So in this video we have discussed CSR, meaning of CSR, arguments against, arguments for, then guidelines to CSR,
by Ministry of Corporate Affairs in 2009, then guidelines for CSR by Company Bill 2012. I have full confidence that this video will be helpful to my viewers, especially +3 second semester general elective paper and those students who are appearing competitive examination. Thank you. Have a good day.